Hello everyone, welcome to AdiTrade. Today we're going to be seeing the Nifty and Banknifty levels for 26th August. This is the daily chart of Banknifty. Today was a pretty volatile expiry. It gave us both signals of the market breaking out, hitting 39,500, and then we slipped. It was pretty good if we were on the right side, but it was quite volatile. We'll just see what are the levels we could have traded today and what we can do tomorrow. See, our plan yesterday was this, right? These were the levels that we had, that we said if we get a huge gap up, probably the next resistance we'll see is where we are on this level. If we were expecting based on the US features, right? See, yesterday, if you see my video, the US futures yesterday was like this. This is the yesterday's move, 24th. Right? When I was making the video at about 10 o'clock our time, this was the move. So kind of expected that if this move continues, we might get even huge gap up. The moment I uploaded the video and end of the video when I was just shutting down my system, in the side over here where this Dow Jones shows, within few minutes, see the kind of dip that we had. That's how volatile even the US market is. So because of this fall and the market remaining down, we ended up getting a small gap up, not such a big gap up around 200 points, that was fine. So we exactly gapped up over here above this level of where we had our resistance level of 39,200. Once this gap up came, right, if we put on even the CPR along with our levels, see, we were above previous day high, this R1, the market went up, it was all good, everything was looking good, that we could touch this. Since we were trading above R1, there was a possibility we could hit R2, but there was a nice dip here, and even this dip was in mid. And this, if you had observed this candle this shows as a 5-minute candle, right? But this move from here to here was just in fraction of few seconds, probably like in a minute. We kind of came until 39,000, again had a bounce. See, now when this bounce came, we had a view that, like I had a view that we would touch this level, at least 39,500. We would come into this resistance zone. Then we'll have to see, because even the OI data was suggesting 39,500. There was heavy call rating. So thought maybe we'll come touch this, then be sideways or come down. But if you closely observe, like this R1, R2, exactly we just kissed R2 and then we started dipping. But the best short entry, the signal came over here on this candle. See, at around this candle is where even RSI started coming below 40. There's a video on my channel, you can go check about how to use RSI for confirming the trade and checking the momentum. So when kind of this structure broke, right, if you see closely, this is almost like an head and shoulder. When this breakdown came, from here we started getting the right trade. All this time it was a bit of over trading. We took a short here, we made money, immediately exited. We took a long here, after this breakout we took a long, immediately we had to cut when there was no follow-up. And this green candle looked like a nice breakout candle, right? Again we took a call here, we had to cut immediately, we had to take a stop loss. So there's a lot of over trading and we were ready for that. Like, we knew one big move will come either on the upside or downside because of the monthly expiry, and so we wanted to catch that. So we were trying to scalp throughout the place, but finally because of this move, this down move, right, we ended in profit. Otherwise we would have just been in pretty not such a great profit, I guess. Now when this broke, right, the first target was this R1, and as we know, based on CPR, if the previous day high breaks from wherever we are, if we are above and if we are breaking previous day high, the next target is CPR for sure. That is one of the CPR setup. So again, the next trade, down trade, we were able to scalp when kind of this trend line broke. I had drawn this black trend line yesterday itself, that if this breaks, we could get a dip, but didn't expect it to break today the way the market was in the beginning. And finally we came and took support at the CPR exactly and stopped. And this is pretty much what happened even in Nifty. Nifty had a better fall actually. See, Nifty perfectly, we went fill this gap. I had drawn this gap yesterday from Pash. When this gap came, I had this in my chart, right? We went, and when the second candle itself made this green, obviously this was not the right place to short, but the moment this red candle came, I kind of knew that this gap will not get broken. We perfectly came to just fill this gap, but didn't expect such a big fall also. I thought we will be sideways here, and then maybe later on, like 132, a breakout will come on the upside. But the down move was confirmed when kind of this level broke. See, here is where we were taking support and going right along this level. When this started breaking down here, obviously our target was this trend line. Nifty had a better trend line, this black trend line, right? Nifty had a better the way the trend line was placed, and once that broke, we even broke the CPR and came all the way until 17,500. People were on here, even like we were bullish, right? When this came, people were expecting probably 800, 18,000, but we came back and tested 17,500. See, if the entire day was choppy, if we could not catch anything, that is also still fine. That's how the market moved. A lot of people stop loss would have hit either side. Sorry, I wanted to get rid of this. But when this trend line broke, right, on 15 minutes or 5 minutes, and when it almost came retested this trend line, and this dip, this last half an hour dip was tradable. Like even a 0-2 hero trade, if we had attempted, would have made nice money. Now let's just see what are the possible levels that can work out for tomorrow. See, this could just be a monthly expiry move. Sorry, this down move, right, after nice bounce that we got, this down move could be just an expiry move. Tomorrow the market might continue going higher, right? We don't know. That we'll have to wait and see tomorrow. But for tomorrow, I'm going to extend this support line, this support level. If we come down, right, there's a good chance we might not like again break this continuation and go. They will be on small bounce here, or an intraday pause will come at this level for sure. Because previously also it has acted as a good support, that is 36,630. If this level breaks, this green zone that I've drawn, if this breaks, then probably the next support is 38,200, and this is a very strong support, 38,200, because this is where the market bounced last time, and previously also we have taken support and resistance. So if we fall, yeah, we might come until here, 38,200. And just checking our CPR levels. These are the CPR levels. And in case we get a gap up, right, that's what the US market is indicating right now. Okay, see, all this time it was about 70 or 100 plus. Now it has come to 30. And because of this, if we get a small gap up tomorrow might be sold into. If we gap up around the CPR, right, or above the CPR, there's a good chance we might take resistance around the CPR and then start dipping. That is one possibility. And in case we end up getting a pretty big gap up, this is the place where we will have to be careful again. That is 39,470. And let's just look at the possible levels in Nifty. See, Nifty, this was a very good target. That's why I had marked it in dark blue. We have come and we have closed below it. The next short target where we could possibly take support is over here, around 17,420. And if this breaks, probably we'll end up coming to 17,330 for sure. And this is not pretty far off, on about 139 points. And even in Nifty, if we get a gap up, this level can this level of 17,600 can act as a good resistance. Now this blue, since the gap is filled, I'm just going to mark it as a resistance and keep, because this is where the aggressive selling came. And once again, see, this move might just be, if we see on the daily chart, after this 2 days of strong up move, right, this move could be because of the monthly expiry. A lot of positions exiting and somehow the dip extended. So unless we break this level, right, in both Nifty and Bank Nifty on the daily chart. I'm going to mark it. That is this. Unless we start trading below this on the daily time frame, the market may not have turned bearish. There's a good chance only if this breaks we will continue to get a much bigger fall, like how we got over here, like these days, right, when we dipped. So that level, we can say the market is bearish when this breaks in Bank Nifty, and the same thing even on Nifty when this level breaks. If 17,300 breaks, then we could come down to fill these gaps, or the market might become bearish again. Until then, there's a good chance we might even bounce back up. So we'll have to be ready for anything and just trade level to level. Now, forgetting about a lot of things, right? The whatever resistance, OI data, everything that we see, even if a simple CPR indicator if we had, and the price action, we could have traded beautifully in Bank Nifty. How I would say beautifully is, see, right now it's easier to determine that we could have traded beautifully, but obviously in the real market a lot of things keep going on in your head. When this type of price action comes, you go and again dip. It is difficult, but if we strictly had followed, like, see, when this candle came and when it didn't break this R2, right, immediately we cut the loss in this candle. We knew this R2 of CPR is going to act as resistance, and we didn't want to wait in the trade. Though we did a lot of over trading because of these moves, but we did respect the CPR level, like perfect. See, not even one wick went above R2, and obviously we cannot short right here just because it is R2 and we got a red candle, but we know that now this level is rejected for the day, and we made a lower high, right? So the moment this black trend line kind of broke down, right, then the move was pretty good. See, when this move started coming, our first target was, what do you say, this R1, and the second target was this trend line, and this resistance zone that we had will act as a support. We exactly came, again bounced, and then got a dip. So overall it was a pretty good day, and today is a day where a lot of the 0 to hero trades, if somebody had traded right, probably 39,000 put was a good 0 to hero trade. I saw it going from somewhere close to 13 to almost like more than 100. So that was a very good 0 to hero trade, and these are the levels that we have for tomorrow. I'm going to get rid of all this and just have this one new fresh line for tomorrow, that is this level where we can take resistance. I'll keep this trend line. There's a good possibility if we come up, we might come to retest this trend line, and then this level as the resistance, and let's see how it goes. But for tomorrow, this level 36,600 is where I'm seeing some kind of a bounce, or the market might hold this level. But if this breaks, then yeah, 38,200 is what